Hi everyone, it's Julie from That's So Jules. Today I have a super beginner friendly pattern for you that we're going to learn how to make. This is the mustard seed wallet from Cherishing Today Designs. I made my entire wallet on my 1948 vintage Singer, so it is very domestic friendly. There are many different variations on how you can change up the look and the design of the wallet. She's got a lot of different ideas in her Facebook group for that, as well as in the pattern. You can add a snap for a closure. You can change how you want your pockets, if you want anything on the exterior. She also has an option for a money clip that goes into a little pocket here in the center. I did omit that, but there are very detailed instructions if you do decide to add that. If you want to give your wallet even a higher end look, you can edge coat around all of the edges. I don't have any on hand, so I did not do that on this tutorial, but there are plenty of edge coating tutorials on YouTube if you need help doing so. As you can see, possibilities are endless. I just did the basic version, the version with 2 credit card slots. So I've got one on the bottom there, and then one right above it here. It also has a little slip pocket back here. And then on this side, you've got another little slip pocket back here and a credit card slot with clear vinyl for your ID. I got a stunning shimmery vinyl from Soulful Therapy. It is so beautiful. She has a few different colors in this. I also used her clips in my tutorial. These were perfect, super handy for when we clip things together. They're beautiful rainbow. I love all things rainbow. Some other helpful tools I used was a ruler, also from Soulful Therapy. This ruler has the fractions on the ruler itself, which is super handy. I used some double-sided sticky tape from Weft and Warp Co. The lining interior that I used is a nylon canvas from Weft and Warp Co. as well. I will link all of these materials in the description. If you're looking to just start getting into bag making, or you're just wanting to hone in on some sewing skills, or just see how this cute little wallet comes together, be sure to stick around. I hope to see your wallet in my Facebook group, or you can also post it in Cherishing Today Designs Facebook group as well. I will have all this info linked below. Thank you for joining me, and let's get started.
I like to share that vintage dream.
For my pieces, I have 2 of my exterior pattern pieces cut out. I am doing a clear ID window, so I have my ID window cut out, along with my ID slot piece and my card slots piece. And in my canvas material, I have my card slots fabric piece along with my ID slot cover piece. And I've got my label here. If you choose to do the snap option, I will have an add-on tutorial up soon showing you how to do that. We're going to start with our ID slot cover, our clear window, and our ID slot. We're going to place the ID slot and the ID slot cover wrong sides together with some double-sided sticky tape, and just press that down. And just trim those corners down to be rounded and match with your ID slot. We're going to place some double-sided sticky tape along the ID window opening and put your clear vinyl right on top of that. We're going to take this over to the machine and top stitch at 1/8 inch around the perimeter of that ID window. You're going to want to pull your thread from your bobbin and your needle and pull those tails long so that we can tie them off and not have to backstitch. It just gives it a really clean finish. And when you get back to where you began, you're going to want to again pull those thread tails long so that we can tie them all off. So you should have 4 long thread tails at this point. I'm just using a little stiletto, but you can even just use your fingers. You're going to want to pull the thread from the front towards the back so that all 4 thread tails are now on the back side. And as you can see on the front, there is no back stitching. So we're just going to grab 2 threads at a time and do a couple knots to finish that off. Next, we're going to top stitch 1/8 inch away from the bottom of the cut line with our ID slot facing right side up. Again, I'm going to pull my thread tails long. We're going to be using that method throughout this construction. So again, just pull those threads back towards the wrong side and go ahead and tie those off. Now we're just going to fold this over, wrong sides together, and clip that in place. And let's just top stitch at 1/8 inch along this folded edge. And just put some double-sided tape along the inside edges to keep it from shifting. We're going to want to top stitch right above this cut line at 1/8 inch, being sure to pull those tail threads long and tying them off. And we can go ahead and set this piece to the side for now. For our card slots piece, we're going to need 5 pieces of 3-inch double-sided tape, handy and ready to go. We're going to need our card slots piece along with our card slots canvas piece. And we're going to be applying double-sided sticky tape right below both of our cut lines. We're also going to want to measure a 1/4 inch up from the bottom and apply a piece of tape there as well. Start by peeling off that second piece of tape. We're going to place our canvas piece right where that tape is. It should be facing wrong side up at this point. And let's just top stitch right underneath this bottom line cut line, being sure to use the tail finishing technique that we have been using. Next, peel that bottom piece of tape off, and we're going to fold the card slots down and give it a nice crease there at the top and stick that right on the bottom to the tape. Go ahead and peel the other piece of tape off, and we're going to flip it up back towards the top, making sure to again crease and sticking it down to the piece of tape. Okay, and we can flip that over. We're going to top stitch right below the top cut line and right above the bottom cut line, again using our tail finishing technique. Now we're going to measure a line 3/8 inch up from the fold that we just created, and we're going to apply some tape right on that line. And we can peel that off, and we're going to crease and fold our slots down and stick it to that piece of tape. And our last piece of tape here, we're going to measure a 1/2 inch above the top cut line and stick a piece of tape right there. And go ahead and peel that off, and we're going to fold our fabric back up towards the top, giving it a little crease and making sure that everything is laying straight. At this point, you're going to want to make sure that both of your card slots are not sewn shut. Ask me how I know. So we're going to go ahead and top stitch right above this top cut line, being sure to use our tail finishing technique. Now we can fold our card slots in half, wrong sides together, and go ahead and clip that in place. And top stitch right across that fold at 1/8 inch. And just as before, we're going to apply some double-sided tape just to go ahead and keep that in place. Okay, we are ready to put our wallet together. So go ahead and grab your ID window and your card slots, along with your exterior and interior piece. I'm choosing to attach my label to the exterior, so I'm going to go ahead and attach that here now. Now we can attach our exterior and interior pieces together. I'm just using some double-sided tape, but you can use glue. We're just going to lay them wrong sides together, making sure that all of our edges are even. Okay, and now that we've got that ready, we're going to be attaching our ID slot and our card slots. So you can determine which side you want either of those on. I'm going to do my ID slot on the left. So again, I'm just going to use some double-sided tape and align all my edges nicely and stick that to the left side. And I'm going to do the same with my card slots on the right side. Let's sew this cute wallet together. So I'm going to start on one of these folds, and I'm just going to make my way around the entire perimeter of the wallet, being sure to backstitch at each of those folds just for a little extra reinforcement there. You can backstitch if you want, or you can do that tie-off method. I'm just choosing to backstitch because I'm backstitching at those folds anyway, but that is up to you. A tip to make it around those curves is to hand crank and just go slow, take your time, and you should be able to get a beautiful stitch. And we are done. If you are deciding to edge coat, go ahead and edge coat now. Or if you wanted to add a mini D-ring or anything like that, now would be the time. But otherwise, you just completed your first mustard seed wallet. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and thanks for joining me.